So I started to redesign my website, and one of the things that I found with actually building it out was there are a lot of ideas that I have, and I have an idea in terms of how I might actually build it for some of the back end and some of the logic that might go into it. But one of the things that I'm not quite as sure of is actually the design of it. So in this video, I wanted to show you Magic Patterns, which is a tool that is very much different than tools like Lovable or Bolt, V0, Replit, those types of entire full stack app builders that are out there. One of the things with Magic Patterns is what it does exceptionally well is it lets you focus on the design. And one of the things that really clicked with me was the Figma CEO recently said something that really stuck with me. In a world where everyone has access to AI code generators, design is going to be what separates you from the noise. And I think he's right. So you've seen it. Every AI generated site starts to look the same. The gradients, the buttons, the generic hero sections, the predictable layouts, you actually have to design. And that's where Magic Pattern lives. It's not promising to build your SaaS backend. Instead, it's laser focused on the front end, the visual layer, the experience, the part that actually makes people stop scrolling. In this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can leverage it with a pre-existing site that you might have. And mind you, a lot of what I'm going to be showing you, you can also start from scratch. First things first, here is what I'm working with so far. I have a relatively simple homepage. I have some of my latest videos. I also have all of the different tiles for the videos. Within here, I also have a blog section with some nice syntax highlighting and stuff like this. I'm going to be reusing a lot of what I have here, and I'm going to be showing you how you can leverage this within Magic Patterns. The first thing that I want to show you is within Magic Patterns, you have the ability to prompt within this UI box. You can also create custom components, which is going to be something that I'll show you a little bit later. But one of the really cool things with this is, let's say, for instance, I want to take and begin to actually scaffold out this page into Magic Patterns. So what I can do with this is I can go ahead and highlight different pieces within the UI that I want to integrate within Magic Patterns. Now, the great thing with this is Magic Patterns does have a Chrome extension where what it allows you to do is you can select the different DOM elements, and from there you can go ahead and click to edit with AI. You'll be prompted to actually convert the design. And what this will do is it will take all of what it has in terms of actually referencing the design and the HTML structure, and then it will actually rebuild that component so you can access it on Magic Patterns. It's really neat because what you're going to be able to do is, if there are certain design elements that you like, and the really neat thing with this is you don't have to just leverage your own code base. So you can actually reference different websites for something like this. Say if you have inspiration from a particular section on another site, you can go ahead and reference the little bits and pieces, and it can automatically regenerate it for you. Here is the navigation that it generated for us. Now within here, you have a lot of different options in terms of how you want to play around with this. You can, similar to actually selecting the DOM elements, once it's on the platform, what you can do is I can say I want to change the title to Developers Digest. So just for demonstration's sake, I just want to show you basically what you're going to be able to do with this is you can just, with natural language, instruct what you want to have happen. With those instructions, I can go and I can reimagine what that looks like for the Developers Digest. And one of my favorite features of the platform is this infinite canvas view. So what you're going to be able to do is you can have different components. You're going to be able to reference all of these on a screen. And what's really cool with this is if I were to say reference the entire page of what I was building, I could have all of the different pages on the screen here. This can be useful in a number of different ways. Now, additionally, what I can do within here is I can copy and I can also paste them just to show you how easy it is to use. What I can do within here is I can select any of these to edit. Within here, I'm going to say create a glass morphism header. Then I'll move on to the next one. I'll say redesign in a neo-brutalist style. I'll go and I'll submit that. And then finally, I'll select the last one and I'll say invert the colors and make the text all uppercase. What we'll see within here is I'll quickly be able to see a number of different variations. What I can see within here is I have 4 different iterations on what the header can look like. Within here, it really gives you a nice little canvas in terms of where you might not necessarily be married to an idea. You might be playing around with different styles. And this, what you can do is you can break apart different components and reimagine them and really get a sense in terms of, even at the early stages of redesigning a website, which potential direction you want to go in. That's a small extension of how you can leverage this, but let's say I take the entire context of the page. So I'll go ahead and within here, I'll select that. Within here, we see it's converting the HTML. And then once I have that, I can go ahead and click again to edit with AI and convert this design into a format that Magic Patterns is going to be able to leverage. Now we have the starting point of our websites. Now, what's neat with this is what I can actually do is if there's any issues when it actually converts it with the AI feature, I can actually select the different areas where it might not have got everything right. And just to correct this, I can just say, I want to make sure all the tiles are spaced and not overlapped. I can simply go ahead and send that in. And the nice thing with the selection tool is you're going to be able to reference the exact context of what you see visually. So now what I can do is I can go ahead and add this to the canvas that we had just spun up with our other navigations that we were mocking up here. So we can import what we have here. And then what we'll have here is effectively the entire rendition of the website. And then what I can do with this is I can go and similar to the navigations is I can duplicate this and I can mock up different variations of this. Let's say, for instance, I want to reimagine this particular tile, or let's say, for instance, there's a particular section similar to what I did with the headers is let's say I want to reimagine this page in particular. And then the neat thing with this is similar to before is if I wanted to, is I can go and I can edit this and I can say, I want to reimagine this in a neo-brutalist style. I'll go ahead and I'll click update. And then a similar thing on the third one is I'll ask for some edits here. And then on the last screen here, I'll say, I want to reimagine this in a dark theme. Now, the really cool thing with this is you can send in a parallel requests, just like you saw me do. And now the one quick aside, what I do want to mention is you will be able to add in multiple colleagues or multiple individuals that you do want to work on different designs. So this will give you a really nice collaborative environment where if you have different stakeholders that might have different ideas, without actually being a designer or being a developer and having to mock these things up, you can include all of the different people that previously weren't actually able to easily get their feedback incorporated or reimagined. Okay, so here's our original design, and then here's a couple other renditions of just to get a sense in terms of what it might look like if I wanted to go in some other directions. Currently, what I do quite like is actually the overall sort of general direction of the site that I have going for it. What I want to do with this is I instead want to reference this piece of context and build off of it. Now that I have some ideas in terms of maybe directions that I don't want to go, you can see in just a number of seconds, you can easily explore different ideas without it really costing anything. This just takes a number of seconds and a few different words to actually prompt in a different direction that you might have. But one of the really cool things with this is once you have a rich set of context, like say in this case, the web page, is what I can do with this is I can reference this piece of context and all of the designs that are within it. And then what I can do with this is I can say, I want to create a contact page with a header and footer. I'll go ahead and I'll click generate. Now, the really cool thing with the reference feature, which we'll see here, is we're going to be able to extend all of those different styles without actually having to go in, copy different components, or do actually much of anything. So here is the contact page that it generated for us. Now, if we take a look at this, what you'll notice is we have the same background of these different tiles. We have the same shape, the same border, same button styles, this nice FAQ and contact section, all of the relevant components that we would probably want on this page. Now, there are an absolute ton of features within Magic Patterns. I'm definitely only going to scratch on a number of these, but within here, what I can also do is I can open up the website easily so I actually see what this page will look like. You can also do this with any of the components that you generate on the fly. And now additionally within here is if I want to bring it back to that view where I have the chat panel on the right-hand side and the component that I'm working on the left, is I can go and I can further make tweaks within this editor and I don't have to be on that canvas at all time. You have a lot of different flexibility. And what I really love with this is I can experiment and go in a lot of different directions. And one of the things that I absolutely love with the Infinite Canvas is this is not something that you're going to find within an AI IDE. This is not something that you're going to find in all of those other tools, whether it's Lovable Bolt or what have you. This just gives you a really nice environment where you can scaffold out all of these different front-end components without having to worry about sort of the promise of trying to make a full stack SaaS application and just fingers crossed that it hopes on all of these different platforms. Some of those work better than others, but the nice thing with this is it's unapologetically focused on the design and front end portion. And the nice thing with this is you're going to have the option where you can export this to Figma. You're going to be able to sync this to GitHub. You can download the zip files. So you're going to have all of what it generates for you in the components that you can go and just drop into your project. So you can just copy this or you can download it and reference all of the live codes. This isn't just a mockup tool, is you can actually leverage all of this within your own project. Now, in addition to that, there are an absolute ton of features within here. I have a number of other videos actually on magic patterns, and I dove into some other aspects on each of them. I'll link those within the description if you're interested. But another really cool feature of this is you can actually create individual components. Let's say you have a larger site, or you have particular aspects of your site that you're going to be reusing a lot. Maybe it's buttons, maybe it's different tiles or what have you. What you can do is you can create reusable components, and then you can actually leverage the app mention to add them into your project. So you can imagine being in the previous view where you have the website on the left-hand side here, and you want to reference all of the different components that you might have in the various component libraries that you might build over time for the different brands or products. Overall, Magic Patterns is an exceptional platform. I encourage you to check it out. They are some phenomenal developers. It's really amazing to see just how much effort and emphasis and care that they're putting into the products. It's getting better every day. I encourage you to check it out. But otherwise, if you found this video useful, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, until the next one.